OK, there's Mohammed Shafiq. Mohammed is from the Ramadan Foundation. He's live there in Rochdale for us this morning. And Mohammed, you've got a number of proposals that you want to put forward. For, you know that it's a 4-point plan to counter distorted ideologies which lead to the sort of attack that we had there two weeks ago in Manchester. Tell us more.
Well, Eaamon, you know about the resilience of our community of Manchester. We're a great city and we won't give in to terrorism, but there is serious question marks around the reaction from the Muslim community. You know, for as long as there remains people involved in terrorism, distorted Islamic teachings, we've got to confront it with a counter-narrative to expose their narrative. We as a community, you know, as a nation, if you like, have to do what happened in Manchester over these last 11 days. We saw a huge coming together of people from many faiths, people of no faith, absolutely determined not to allow either the terrorist or the far right to take political advantage of what happened. Then there's got to be a real debate amongst the politician and the ruling elite and the rest of the country to talk about the difficult issues around foreign policy and Britain's role in that. And then fourthly, I think we've got to give young people a strong voice. You were talking there to Simon News. Actually, young people are completely disconnected from our politics and our national life, and we've got to involve them more, give them a voice and interact with them in a positive way and give them a reason, you know, to feel involved and loved and supported, as we've seen over these last 11 days here in Manchester.
Mohammed, do you find it is difficult to pick up on that third point you're making, talking about foreign policy decisions of Western governments and so on, because Jeremy Corbyn got a huge backlash from it when he mentioned it recently. Do you find that there is a sort of simmering anger amongst young people, perhaps, about things that they talk about in their homes over the dinner table with their elders and so on, which then they find they can't speak about without being accused of what? Being a terrorist sympathiser? I mean, is that the problem ultimately for you, that there is nowhere for that anger to go and then it ends up being radicalised?
Ranvir, you're absolutely right. I've lost count the amount of conversations I have with young Muslims across this country who say foreign policy is a huge contributing factor. And the idea that you have senior government ministers, you know, saying that as soon as you start talking about foreign policy, you're somehow an apologist, is because they want to shut down the debate. And I'm saying, let's have an open, respectful, tolerant debate about these issues. So let's take, for example, Libya, from where the suicide bomber was from. We went into Libya, we bombed that country, then we left. And now you see it's a basket case. There are extremists on the rise. ISIS has been prominent in that country, and we've obviously seen radicalisation and, you know, people becoming involved in terrorism. So let's have that debate. Let's have it in a tolerant sort of way, and then let's give young people a voice on these particular issues.
Mohammed, good luck with your work. Mohammed Shafiq is Chief Executive of the Ramadan Foundation. Thank you very much indeed. The time.